All right, today I want to talk a little bit about Puzzilla. So Puzzilla is another tool that you can use to help do family history work. So I just Googled Puzzilla and I'm gonna move this. No, okay. So I went to Puzzilla.org, 2 Z's, 2 L's. Sign in with your family search information. Hello, please sign in. Okay. I didn't have to enter my info because I was just on here. So, okay, what Puzzilla does is it shows you your chart. You can zoom in, zoom out, whatever. So at the base is me, and the lines go to your ancestors, and it'll show you on their different things. For instance, born less than 110 years ago, which makes them ineligible for doing temple ordinances. If they died when they were less than 16, which means they probably don't have kids. There's some other stuff going on, but you can just kind of scroll through the different people in your tree. And I was looking at this guy right here. So if you click on somebody, Henry William Miles, who this right now is 6 generations back. You can change this to go further back, but this goes back to somebody born in 1797, which is a pretty good range. Mid 1800s going to late 1800s is a pretty good area for finding people that need temple work done. So you can click on him and then click Descendants. It brings up a new tab, and now it's showing all of his descendants. So he's right here in the middle. So you can see different boxes appearing. So for instance, over here, John Miles has a yellow and a gray box. What that refers to is over here that died when less than 16 and born when they were less than 110. So you kind of don't want to be looking into those too much. You can also click on targets, and I think it's pretty much just looking at people that don't have either of those boxes. So you see all these red boxes appearing. These are people that don't have any more kids. They weren't born within 110 years of today, and they were more than 16 years old when they died. So it kind of shows you people that you can look more into on Family Search. You can click and you can view in Family Tree. What does that do? I'm not sure. Okay, it goes to Family Search. Cool. Whoa, that just disappeared. Okay. Anyway, that's kind of what Puzzilla does. At least that's what it does for free. So I'm also going to subscribe as a free trial. You can do for like 30 days, and you get some more features, which I'll get to in a second. Problem is, it's only a 30-day trial subscription, after which it costs, I forget how much it was. I'll show it in a second. It's like $50 a year, which, given success I've had with other family search or family history tools, I'm not very fond of the idea of having to pay $50 a year to do some of these features. So we'll get those features in just 1 second. Right, so I should also mention that there's a how-to button that there's some videos where they show you how to use Puzzilla. I found these videos pretty useful. Thought they were good. So check those out if you want to learn a little bit more about how Puzzilla works and some of their features. So I'm going to go to Premium Services. So this is what you can get if you pay. Oh, here we go. Premium services are available for $39.95 for an annual subscription with a free 30-day trial. Your card will not be charged until after the trial. If you get that, there are different searching tools that it gives you. Candidate historical records that likely contain a new person to add to the tree. Records are good. Hints with clickable title links. Let's see. Changes, duplicates, available ordinances, accessible by LDS user accounts. This is very nice in theory. Let's see how it works in practice in just a minute. So there's some, I think, some useful things you can do here. So I'm going to go ahead and subscribe to the premium services. Click the subscribe button. And sorry, I'm not going to be posting my information in front of everybody. Okay, so I signed up for the free 30-day trial of the Puzzilla subscription. So I'm back at my homepage. There's me, and you can see there's a lot more things that I can look at. So before it was just the died under 16, born less than 110, and targets. Now I have status, ordinances, my changes, sources, new person, hints, search, possible duplicates, and tracking. Okay, so I want to go to the same dude I was looking at before. Where is he? No. Here we go. I'll look at his descendants. Oh, I guess I had him already. Okay, and so now you can click on, so I'll click on targets again, and this basically lists anybody who's not died less than 16 or born within 110. Okay, so you see a lot of red dots, and now I can click on ordinances. And so this is the second time I did it for this person, but the first time you saw like the kind of green squares kind of circling around, so you can kind of see when it's done. I did the same thing for possible duplicates, so you can kind of see where they show up. But again, it would kind of just like little purple squares kind of circling around until you get back to the beginning. So I want to look at ordinances and targets. So those are people that have available ordinances that were not born within 110 years of now and were more than 16 when they died. So I ended up clicking on this fellow, Charles Lovell. And so when you click on it, oops, I want this one. View and family tree is what I clicked to get to here. And you can see here's Charles Lovell. There is a source, so I'm not sure. Okay, so this source is the census source, which is great. It shows that he was 15 on the census. Good, so he can be baptized and stuff. Look at ordinances, and sure enough, all these ordinances are ready. So as far as I can tell, this is a pretty useful tool, because you can very easily go in and see what people need ordinances. And you can see which ones are targets, because they have the big red box. I'm sure there's better ways that I can be using this. I could also click on possible duplicates to, are there any that correspond, or that line up with people that have the green and the red box? Yeah, there's a couple, like over here for instance. So this could help as well, maybe narrow down some things, but this does seem pretty useful. If you're willing to part with $40 a year, then this is, I think, a very useful tool. Otherwise, Virtual Pedigree does the same thing, only it's a little bit less user-friendly, because you have to kind of scroll through. It doesn't show everything quite as well. So it's a little bit of manual labor in terms of scrolling through and seeing when there's people that have ordinances ready, ordinances needed, I mean. So in all, I think that this seems very good. A slight step up from Virtual Pedigree, but you're paying $40 a year. So that's what I think of Puzzilla. I think it's pretty cool, but you really have to pay in order to get the useful parts to this. Personally, I think I will not be paying. I like Virtual Pedigree enough that I don't feel a need to pay $40 a year to use these nice features. But this is very user friendly. So that's kind of my take on Puzzilla. Good tool, costs a little bit more than Virtual Pedigree for a little bit better than the same thing that Virtual Pedigree does. So there you go.